Hello all Edexcel A2 economists, you're looking for help with Unit 3. In red, I've got structure to clarify that structure of the exam paper, and then in green, I've got my tips for you to go into the exam hall for Unit 3, knowing that you can smash this examination. Let's clarify the structure. You should know it's a 90 minutes examination, and there are two sections. Section A, you're going to have 8 multiple choice questions, but those questions are not just, the right answer and move on. You will need to explain your answer. You need to do some writing down below. So technique is very important on these multiple choice questions. On that note, in the rest of this playlist, you've got lots of videos covering technique for the multiple choice questions, yes, but also all the other questions that will come in Unit 3 and all the questions that will come in your Unit 4. You should know that Edexcel is a very exam technique heavy board. If you know your technique, you'll be fine because the technique doesn't change at all. But knowing the technique is very important, so watch those videos if you want specific help for the kinds of questions that can come up in Unit 3 and also later in Unit 4. So technique is important for these multiple choice questions. That's your Section A. 4 marks each, so that's 32 marks for Section A. You then move into Section B and you're going to have to choose 1 out of 2 contexts. Whichever context you pick, there are always going to be 4 parts in terms of questions for that context. You're going to have a 4 marker, an 8 marker, a 12 marker and a 16 marker to do. So altogether they are worth 40 marks. And it's important at this stage to know what kinds of questions there'll be. Your 4 marker is just going to be a knowledge and application based question. The other 3 you need CAR, so knowledge, application, analysis and evaluation. Important to know that. Right, so that's your Section B there. Case study based. Now in terms of tips, 35 minutes max on the multiple choice. That's what you should be targeting, max. If you can do it quicker than that, even better. Then you can use the time that you save for the longer essays towards the end of the paper. But no more than 35 minutes. It's important though that you smash the multiple choice part of the examination. So easy to do that. Let me skip to number 8. For you to do that, you need to practice these questions. Make sure you can get the right answer first of all. That's important given that you have a large choice of potential answers there. So knowing you can get the right answer is really important. But especially knowing that you can write the extra to get those 3 marks is important too. It's actually so simple. Watch my video on multiple choice technique for you to nail it. But practice is your best friend. To know that in the exam hall you can nail it. So 35 minutes max for the multiple choice. That leaves 55 minutes for Section B. My recommendation is that for the 4 and the 8, you go and do them fast as you can, but obviously as accurately as you can. You want to try and get full marks on those 2 questions. So then you can leave a good chunk of time for the 12 marker and for the 16 marker. My recommendation is to leave at least 20 minutes for the 16 marker, at least 15 minutes for the 12. So being quick with the 4 and the 8 is important so that you have that time available. Knowing which questions are CAR only and which questions are CAR plus evaluation is key. I've said that down below for you. So you know which one is just knowledge and application and which ones are knowledge, application, analysis and evaluation. That's important again to prepare you. With reference to, look out for questions that have that in them. If you see a with reference to in the question or something like that in the question, your application marks require something directly quoted from either the case study material or from the data part of the case study, right? So bear that in mind. The case study is fantastic. It really is your guide and your avenue to success here. So many of the points that you need to answer these questions, the 4, 8, 12 and 16 are in the case study. Use it to your advantage. Very, very helpful. Like I said, practice the multiple choice. The only other thing I would say in terms of tips is that when you're answering these questions here, be safe with the number of points that you include. How many points do you need for CAR? How many points do you need for evaluation? Be safe. And again, watch my exam technique videos for these kinds of questions for you to know the safe number of points to use. My recommendation on the number of points. That's important for strategy in answering these questions. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you watch the videos in the playlist for you to really be clear with the exam technique here. That's Unit 3. It's actually a very simple exam as long as you know your stuff and you're happy with the technique. See you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.